What's going on, guys? Welcome to this lesson. We're gonna get in. We're gonna show you guys how to make vegan spaghetti and spicy meatballs.
Meatballs.
But they don't have to be spicy. I just like to say that because I like spicy meatballs.
No. So yeah, this is a basic spaghetti. I mean, everyone eats spaghetti, but now you're vegan, and now you're like, how am I gonna enjoy spaghetti? And I only have to eat like veggies in my spaghetti all the time now? No. Our favorite thing to add to our spaghetti are these Gardein vegan meatless meatballs.
And you guys are gonna have to break the bank a little bit on this one. You guys are gonna have to look underneath your seat or your mattress. This was $4.75.
Yeah,
but
on sale. Sometimes like not on sale. It's around like
once in a while,
$5-ish.
You're not really breaking the bank. It's not that serious. It's
Yeah.
a really good option. Tastes delicious. We've sampled
Really
a lot
good.
of different mock meats.
The Ives ones,
Yeah.
meatballs, they're okay.
Yeah.
But the flavor on these are unreal.
These are
really good.
These are phenomenal. They also actually sell these. If you guys go to Mr. Sub, for example, they actually use the Gardein meatballs in the Mr. Sub meatball sandwiches. So these are really good. Definitely one that I recommend.
Yeah.
You can even make sandwiches out of it, which we'll show you later on if you guys stick around.
We've done meatball subs with these, so good. So let's do our ingredient breakdown. So yes, we have our meatballs. So here we just have some chopped up fresh garlic, mushrooms, spinach.
Mushrooms.
Spinach. We got 2 cans of tomato sauce. Tomato sauce is relatively cheap. Like pasta is a relatively cheap meal to make. It doesn't matter kind of what eating style you go for.
Exactly.
Meat eater, non-meat eater. We again have our nutritional yeast. This is just gonna give that pasta sauce a little cheesy flavor. You can add it just at the top, on the top at the end. We'll show you guys that. And then we just got our seasonings over here. We got some oregano, Italian seasoning, basil, and some more garlic powder because you can never have too much garlic. Olive oil, salt, pepper to taste. And then lastly, we're using the Cantonelli's spaghetti noodles. These again, just high in fiber, protein, just better than your regular white pasta noodles.
Remember, anytime you guys go whole grain, you guys are gonna get a lot more protein out of this than you would if you had just had a white pasta. A lot more nutrients out of this than you would if you just had white pasta. And obviously, we're giving you guys the ingredients that we use in our pasta. But if you're somebody like, hey, I like my pasta this way, by all means, make your pasta that way. This is an option for you guys to utilize.
This is just a simple, how-to beginner's guide.
And obviously, little tips we're always gonna keep giving you guys. Again, these are the best meatballs that we've had. Tastes amazing. And nutritionally using that as a Parmesan cheese almost has that vibe when you sprinkle it in, adding that little bit of a cheesy vibe to your spaghetti meatballs. Phenomenal.
All right, let's get into it. First step, olive oil. You want to get the olive oil in there, get it heated up. I've already had this on for a little bit, so olive oil should heat up quick. Next, we're going to get our garlic into the olive oil right away and just let that go until, we don't want the garlic to brown, but until it's up to temperature and starts sizzling a little bit. And then we'll start adding in our mushrooms and our spinach, and then soon after that, our tomato sauce. Okay, next we're going to put in our mushrooms.
Remember, guys, everything here is on low heat. So everything is being cooked on low heat right now. The garlic, if you cook it too high, you're going to burn your garlic. So you want to make sure that it's on low heat and low heat for your mushrooms.
Yeah.
Put the spinach in last as well, because if you put this in first,
it's going to wilt really quickly.
It's going to wilt a lot faster.
Yeah. So it's going to be, we're going to need some more vegetables, to be honest.
Now, normally we would have had more vegetables, guys. I apologize for that. I went in and ate about half of the raw veggies that we had. I have a problem.
Yeah, but they kind of get like this, I don't know, almost lighter color. Like, you don't look white anymore. So not totally translucent where you see through them, but that was the best word I knew how to describe what was going to happen in the mushrooms. So, but like a lighter color. You can see. So we're going to add in our 2 tomato sauces. And that is our base. We're going to mix in that garlic and those mushrooms. We are going to open up our meatballs and let them cook in the sauce. Should we do all of them? Well, we're gonna do all of them. So we're gonna throw those in there. Kind of try to immerse them. Oh, runaway spinach. Not yet spinach. We are going to try to immerse them in the sauce as much as we can. Before we put a lid on this to let the meatballs kind of steam in the sauce, we're going to season the sauce. So we are going to start off with just some Italian seasoning.
Spicy Italian seasoning.
This smells so good. This is like, I guess, a blend of like oregano, basil, all that good stuff.
Italiano.
Garlic, onion powder, and we are going to
Italiano.
just give it a shake. Again, this is all dependent on your taste buds, what you like in your spaghetti sauce. We're going to do a little bit extra oregano just to give it that fresh flavor. And then we got some dried basil here, again, just to add a little extra flavor. Garlic powder lastly, and then salt and pepper, of course. Again, we like our garlic, so we're just going to really go in there. Salt, pepper. Stir. Combine all the seasonings into the sauce. And we will cover this. And I believe the meatballs take around 7 to 8 minutes to cook. So we're just going to let those be in the sauce, and when these are fully cooked we will add the spinach, and when it's wilted we will take it out and throw it on top of some spaghetti. In the meantime, while your sauce is cooking, this is when you can boil your spaghetti. Water usually takes about 10 minutes to boil, and then on top of that, pasta usually takes like 7 to 8 minutes to cook, depending on the brand. So while your meatballs are cooking, this would be a good time to get your water and your pasta cooked. Our last step is just going to be adding in our spinach after our meatballs have cooked. Depending on if your meatballs were sitting out, room temperature, or frozen. If they're frozen, they're going to take a little bit longer, maybe up to 20 minutes. Ours took about 10 to 12 minutes because we had them at room temperature today. So the spinach should wilt pretty, or wilt.
Wilt is good.
Wilt pretty fast because we still have the stovetop on.
A welt would be something you get if someone throws a frozen vegan meatball at your leg or your face.
Yeah, we don't want any welts. We want the spinach to wilt. There we go. All right, so once that is all incorporated and you're liking the texture of your sauce and where your spinach is at, then we are ready to throw this sauce and meatballs on top of some spaghetti. Okay, so we're back. Our spaghetti and meatballs is done.
Bada bing, bada boom.
We got our Cantonelli whole grain pasta noodles under there, our mushroom, garlic, and spinach sauce with just tomato sauce and some seasoning, and then those Gardein meatballs on top. And as we talked about before, we're just going to sprinkle a little bit of this nutritional yeast on top for additional nutritional value and taste. And I know Jason wanted to do this, but I'm just...
You gotta flex the bicep just a little bit more. You gotta turn to the...
You got it next time.
So, remember guys that this is gonna give it more of a little bit of a Parmesan, or a little bit of a cheesy taste to it, which is really good, which is why we want to add that as well, a little cheesy, nutty flavor. Looks amazing, tastes even better. You're welcome. That's it. You're welcome. You guys are gonna like this.
That's it.
Period. Done. Son. Camera guy, how you feeling? Alright. You wanna get some of this, bro? Here. There you go.